very good morning to you out there. This is 32 FM 94.9. It's the morning of the 21st of May 2024, and it's time for the Papers Review. As always, we're taking a look at the major stories coming out of the newspapers. My name is Kenny Durutilu.
And I'm GBOLABO. Famous school. It's really great to have you join us this morning on the Break It Down Papers Review. I'll start off this morning with the Cable NG. Quite a number of headlines there on the front page of the Cable NG this morning. We'll take this one. Safety violation. Airpeace reacts to UK regulators' claim. Says NCAA approved electronic flight bag. And more here also says 6 billion naira for National Assembly car parks. Obi laments federal government fiscal and discipline. And more here says Labour gives federal government May 21 ultimatum to reverse electricity tariff hike. More stories. Nigerian High Commission accumulates £8.4 million in paid congestion charges in London. Naira strengthens against dollar at parallel official markets. NRN BVN admission later. It says NRN BVN admission letter, how to apply for student loan. Right, we have raised 4.9 trillion naira for Ways and Means securitization, says DMO. We also have this one. It says we will commence student loan with federal government institutions, says NEL Fund. Let's take more, and of course we'll take two more. Hike in cement price affecting quality of buildings, says Coren. Over sacking of 7 members, NLC to picket Turkish Airlines Tuesday, and that's today, and that's too much we can take with the cable this morning.
All right, headlines out of the Punch newspaper now. Rectors debate proposal to replace HND with Bachelor of Technology. Federal government, UAE, plan a new oil exploration deal. State police solution to worsening insecurity. Senate leader, take that again. State police solution to worsening insecurity. Senate leader. Other stories, governor to sign Kano bombing mastermind's death warrant. Also, Abuja shopping complex shot after assault on soldiers. The major story out of the Punch this morning, student loan 1.2 million beneficiaries listed as scheme begins Friday. Food imports hit 3 trillion naira over flooding. Insecurity, CBN. Wike Fubara face-off can destabilize Niger Delta. That's a statement credited to Jonathan. Tariff hike, electricity workers lockout minister issue 14-day ultimatum. Other stories from the Punch, judges' salaries reviewed 17 years ago, says AGF. Minimum wage, Labour insists on May 31 deadline as talks resume today. All right, we'll take a couple more from the Punch before we take a look at another paper. Federal government presidency dismiss Atiku. Obi's planned alliance. Port Harcourt refinery begins operation July. Dangote laments African travel restrictions.
All right, we'll take a look at the Vanguard. Also pick some headlines there. POS anger, frustration over high cost of cash withdrawals. And we also have this one, fresh tension rises between Okwama, Ewu, or Calabar. Unpaid congestion charges in London, Nigerian High Commission accumulates £8.4 million. And more here says ASU and the gathering storm over unmet demands. The scourge of rising inflation by Dakuku Peterside. DMO raises 4.9 trillion naira for Ways and Means securitization. And we also have this one, bandits abduct pregnant customs officer's wife, his 3 children brother. Kano Mosque attack, court remands principal suspect. And we have more here. Naira appreciates the 1,475 naira per dollar in parallel market. Airpeace dismisses alleged safety violations in UK. And a little bit of politics here on the Vanguard front page. ECOWAS Parliament visits Emir of Kano. And we'll take to you more. Tinubu 1 year anniversary begins May 22nd. That's according to committee set up for that particular function. Federal government committed to deepening ties investment opportunities with UAE. And that's about it from the Vanguard.
All right, major story out of the Premium Times. Police rescue kidnapped victims in Abuja is the major one there from that paper. Nigerians will suffer if judges are underpaid, CGN. Again, court denies IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu's bail request. Terrorists invade Abuja community, kidnap 20 people. ICC seeks arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Hamas leaders. Gunmen behead 2, abduct 7 in Ebonyi. Iran's supreme leader announces death of President Raisi. Boy Child Day 2024 group calls for increased attention on young boys. Customers of Nigerian banks stranded, unable to access accounts for weeks. Is another story there from the Premium Times this morning. We'll take a couple more. How Tinubu can tackle insecurity in Nigeria, ex-senator. And lastly, Nigerian army to probe attack on personnel.
All right, before we go on our first break, we quickly look at also the Nigerian Tribune newspaper front page. State police will deepen internal security. That's according to Senate leader Okpayemi Bamidele. How does Para's investment is sustaining Nigerian real estate? That's according to some expert. Reps demand VAT records of MDA remitter transactions from FIRS. Minimum wage May 31st deadline for strike sacrosanct. And coming from the union labor here, the labor unions there. What leaders react to that of late Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi? And we also have more headlines here, still on the front page of Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And let's take a look at this one. Yahaya Bello, hearing of EFCC chair's motion against contempt proceedings stalled. Governor Bala presides over signing of 40 billion naira Series 1 private bond. Absolute powers of governors, obstacle to corruption fight, coming from Professor Akinshaye George. And of course, we take 2 more activities of Edo market leaders responsible for foodstuff hike. Traders Union laments. And we also have this one. Urban Renewal 𝐾𝐈𝐒 government disburses 300 million naira compensation to property owners. And the last one here says 𝐃𝐈𝐒 group condemns spate of abductions, killings in Oro.
All right, we'll take some headlines out of the Nation newspaper. Federal government releases conditions as student loan scheme begins. CGN, no judge should bow to public opinion. Transfer of electricity regulatory oversight remains. And that's another one there. Why Fubara, Wike should end feud now by Jonathan. Labour returns for minimum wage talks is another headline there. We'll take some more. Federal government releases conditions. Student loan scheme begins. Already took that. RMAFC, NJC, NBA back 300% salary raise for judicial officers. Clark in a letter to Ganduje, Damagum, weighed in Fubara Wike feud. And lastly, from the Nation newspaper this morning, court rejects alleged terrorist negotiator Mamu's request for transfer to prison. Some of the headlines out of the dailies this morning. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll be delving into the analysis. Do stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
ọmọ mi ti pọ̀ṣù mẹ́fà ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ oṣù mẹ́fà ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́. ó ti yẹ pọ̀ṣù mẹ́fà nìyẹn. ọmọ ò máa ń pẹ́ dàgbà o. báyìí o ọmọ rẹ ti wá nílò ju omi ọyàn nìkan lọ o. àkókò ti tó láti máa fún un ní oúnjẹ fífọ́ ní àfikún sí ọyàn. rí i dájú pé àwọn oúnjẹ ọmọ rẹ ní ó kéré tán ọ̀kan lára àwọn oúnjẹ àfọ́pọ̀ márùn-ún wọ̀nyí: ẹyin, ẹja tàbí ẹran, èso àti ewébẹ̀, epo tàbí òróró, ẹ̀wà, ẹ̀pà tàbí sóyà, ìrẹsì, ọ̀dùnkún, àgbàdo tàbí iṣu. ọmọ rẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti oṣù mẹ́fà nílò omi ọyàn àtàwọn oúnjẹ wọ̀nyí fún ìdàgbàsókè àti ìlera. máa fún wọn lọ́yàn títí yóò fi pé ọmọ ọdún 2 àti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. ìkéde yìí wá láti àkànṣeṣẹ́ INT'L, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Golden Chance Lotto. Shey you dey gbadun games? Shey you dey play Lotto? Shey you go like to play Lotto without stressing? You no go kiosk. You fit no even play online. Make you no worry for data. Golden Chance Lotto dey here for you. Make you dial *7005# with your MTN line for any phone to play and win big. You fit even check games results and you go collect wetin you win with the USSD. Play any of Golden Chance Lotto indoor games and international games. No forget, our indoor games dey easy to win. Golden Chance Lotto Lotto don't give you a better way to become a millionaire. No forget, star 7005 hash. Golden Chance Lotto, your surest way to become a millionaire.
Hey, baby, before I forget, I'll be traveling on the 25th of this month. I have an emergency conference. Please help me arrange.
Come in.
Daddy, Mommy, as the firstborn of this family, I would like to call a quick meeting.
We are all ears, my baby girl. What do you want?
Children's Day is approaching.
Yes.
And you know that every year we attend 32 FM, Smart Kids, and Parents Hangout at Palm Mall, Ibadan. This year, this event will be even more interesting because I get to showcase my musical talent to the world.
Tommy, so where are you going with all this?
I overheard that saying he was traveling on the 25th of May.
My sweet baby, I wouldn't want to miss hanging out with you and your brother and mommy for anything in the world. We shall all be there.
Oh, I love you both.
Smart kids, smart mommies, and daddies. Saturday, the 25th of May, will be a day to remember as the Smart Kids and Parents Hangout will be happening live at Palms Mall, Ring Road, Ibadan. Get ready for a really amazing time, and this year is filled with games, goodies, and lots of fun. We shall also be spotlighting our super talented kids. If you can sing, dance, paint, or draw, contact Auntie Sumbo on 0704 017491 for more details. For tickets, sponsorship, and inquiries, contact Auntie Sumbo on 0704 0174981 or OE on 0813 125 1915. You can also visit 32FM at the 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dugbe, Ibadan. Ticket is 3,000 naira only. The Smart Kids and Parents Hangout 6.0 promises to be fun. See you there.
Ẹ̀yin fans mi.
It's okay.
Ẹ lọ sórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní 32FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀
Asafu. It's okay.
See how I'm using 𝐃𝐈𝐒 to look at you as you keep pressing star 321 hash on your phone. Is it not credit that you want to borrow from Glow?
Yes, now. What happened? Has the code changed?
Where have you been, girl? Star 303 hash is the new code to borrow credit and data on Glow.
So the code is no longer star 321 hash, but star 303 hash?
Confirmento. Voila! It worked, oh! Before Uncle, star 303 hash, not before show. But, guy, I hope so the data where you borrow go reach me and you.
Dial star 303 hash to borrow credit and data on Glow and pay later. Star 303 hash, new code, same great ease.
Glow Unlimited.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí aláboyún, ó ṣe pàtàkì kí n tọ́jú ara mi kí n sì wà ní ìlera pípé.
Kí ìwọ àtoyún inú ẹ lè wà ní ìlera tó péye. Máa lo oògùn ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ní áyọ̀nù nínú àti folic acid lójoojúmọ́ lákòókò tó bá lóyún. Eléyìí ń dènà àìtó ẹ̀jẹ̀ nínú oyún, yóò sì jẹ́ kóyún wà lálàáfíà. Fún ìlera pípé, ẹ máa yọjú sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera yín fún ìtọ́jú oyún nígbà tó yẹ. Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkànṣeṣẹ́ INT'L, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
You're listening to 32FM 94.9.
All right, so welcome back. You're still on to Break It On Papers Review here on 32FM 94.9. And of course, my name is GBOLABO Fimosko. We're going into the analysis proper this morning. We have Mr. Femi Olukunle joining us to do that.
Good morning, Mr. Femi Olukunle. It's great to have you join us.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning.
All right, let me start. Good morning, Mr. Olukunle. Let me start off with this 4.9 trillion naira weights and means security itself by the DMO. And I was going through some of the things that the government has done in terms of these ways and means, and somehow it looks more or less like a conduit pipe for the government of the day to actually have a good day. In terms of getting some of this monies is a facility by the Central Bank of Nigeria to ensure that the augment for shortfalls on the budget. And now it appears to be that the National Assembly has been looking into about 30 trillion naira that was borrowed by the last administration of Buhari, and nothing hasn't really come out of that. And this time, we are hearing from then 4.9 trillion naira has been raised. Now, Mr. Olukunle, would we say this is a smoothest means for the government to dip its hand into resources? Obviously, this money didn't come from the blues. It came from our economy itself. how much more can we monitor the spending so that we don't have the government of the day feeling good and, of course, getting these monies and nobody really understands what's going on with the ways and means itself?
Starting from the first time we had ways and means during the Buhari administration, you know, recently the National Assembly was debating that how did that money come out and how was it spent, and they started passing the buck. You were there. Why didn't you talk? And there was a kind of drama in that hallowed chamber. So, and nobody could say pointedly that yes, this was what the money was spent on, and this was how it benefited Nigerians. So they just talked about it and it died a natural death like that. No wonder Nigerians will always say that radio stations just talk, people just talk, journalists just talk. We just hear figures, and when the lid is open on their what they have hidden, that is the only time Nigerians get to hear about the misdemeanor. But after that, we don't hear consequences that some people are subjected to. Now, that one is there. We have not resolved it. This is another one. And the unfortunate aspect of it is that we have the National Assembly that Nigerians sent to the hallowed chambers to deliberate on everything about governance on behalf of the people. But it appears the National Assembly is not doing enough, if it is doing anything at all. And that is why all these monies are just being filtered away. And some people just make use of them for whatever pleases them. Now, this one, I mean, aside from the National Assembly, we need Minister of Information. Because until this story came out this morning, I didn't hear anything about it. I didn't even know anything. And I know so many Nigerians don't know.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make here, that why do we have all of these semantics, cliches being used, especially when it comes to money in Nigeria?
Okay.
We know that internationally, Ways and Means is more or less a committee to review some of the spendings of government and help in the shortfalls. Okay. Now, the question is, why do we even have budget deficits in Nigeria? Why do we spend beyond our means? As a country, we're groaning that the monies that we get accruing to the national purse itself, it's too paltry. And now we are having budget over bloated. Then we'll run to the CBN and, of course, cash out some of this monies that the CBN has saved for Ways and Means. Why do we really have budget deficit with all of this?
Budget deficit can come if the expected revenue is not earned, because budget, when they have budget, it is not all the monies that they need to implement the budget. It is not that all of them are in the kitty. So government will say, okay, we are expecting so amount of money, but if that ABC amount of money does not come, government may have to run to lenders, probably the central bank or outside Nigeria. So that is normal. But if that is happening, it must be genuinely happening. It must be something that is legitimate. Must be something that they want to spend on something that will make life comfortable for Nigerians and that will make the economy to breathe, and not to spend on maintenance of luxurious life that the rulers are living. So, and that is most unfortunate. And if you come back to these Ways and Means, if you look at what happened during the last administration, nobody could point at what they did with the humongous amount of money that they got. And that means that money had gone into maintenance of those people then. And we have got another Ways and Means now. And the Minister of Information is hoarding information. He is not making us to know what is happening. If it were somebody who abused government now, they will go to rooftop to shout. If they want to defend government mistakes, and they want to give it a cloak of elegance, they go to the media, they call a media meeting, and they tell Nigerians what pleases them. Now we don't have information. This government is not giving us information. The president himself has not even spoken with, has not addressed journalists. And this is 1 year. So there is no nation that can fly in the way we are going. We cannot fly. The government must give us information about how they are running the affairs of government, the government of the nation, and they must tell us how they are spending our money. But unfortunately, we don't have any information. The president the other time traveled out of the country, and he spent some days, more than the days he was to come back to the country. He just came and nobody talked. Nobody told us anything. So it's like this country is being run like a personal estate of some people. And it's most unfortunate that the National Assembly is not talking. If the minister that is employed by the president will not talk, then we have these civil
the pressure group here.
The pressure groups.
Right.
All of them are not talking. But I remember that they talked very well during Jonathan administration. Now they have gone to sleep. And honestly, if all of us should keep quiet and this country is run anyhow, we all will benefit, we enjoy the benefit of that anyhow that we are seeing now. So I think these ways and means, honestly, I don't understand. I don't know how they are what they want to do with it, because I don't have that information.
The federal government and organized labor unions are resuming their negotiations today on the national minimum wage. Mr. Femi, given that significant gap between the demands from labor, 615,000 naira, and the government's offer of 48,000 naira, how do you see this playing out? Can they actually get resolution before the May 31st deadline that was set by the labor unions to finalize the negotiations?
Where there's will, there will always be a way. So if government is ready to do something that is meaningful, that is sensible, government can do it. We shouldn't be having friction between labor and government every time. I mean, when shall we have time to do governance? When shall we have time to move from point A to point B in terms of ascension, in terms of gaining excellence and building El Dorado that we are yearning for? Now, this question was talked about here yesterday, and the fact of the matter is that for government to be dangling 48,000 naira in the face of the labor, it's an insult. Honestly, it's an insult, and they know 48,000 naira cannot feed their dogs that they have in their houses. All those government people and those people who call themselves big boys, 48,000 cannot feed their dogs for 3 days, or let's say for 1 week. And then you want to give workers of the country minimum wage of 48,000 naira. It's not possible. However, as I said yesterday, I know that it may be a bit difficult for government to pay 615,000 naira that labor is demanding. And that is why they have to strike a balance. And I know that government can make life comfortable for workers of this country if they stop wastages. Living the flamboyant life that they are living, all of them in government, from the top echelon of civil service to the politicians, the luxurious life they live. If they cut down on cost of governance, we have enormous resources that can make life meaningful to all Nigerians. But honestly, they just like to continue to live in paradise and leave all of us in semi-hell. And then it's like they know it's like they don't want us to move near them, and that is what is happening now. However, I want labor to be reasonable. Labor should not stick to their gun that they need to collect 615,000. I read a story where labor was saying, national labor was telling state labor unions, TUC and NSC, that they should go and warn state governments that have not paid 13,000 minimum wage and give them an ultimatum. And after the expiration of the ultimatum, there may be strike. So you can just imagine that there are so many states that have not obeyed 30,000 minimum wage, and when they say they arrived at a particular minimum wage and it is signed by the president, it has become a law. That means so many of the governors are lawbreakers by not paying the 30,000 minimum wage, and now they are now talking about 615,000. So I don't think it is obtainable. So let them be reasonable. Let them strike a balance between what government is saying and what they want. But for government to dangle 40,000 naira, it is insulting.
All right, very quickly, still along those lines, I'd like to get your take on a statement from Peter Obi, rebuking the federal government, saying it's time to stop financial indiscipline. He had criticized government over this, particularly highlighting budget allocations for the National Assembly car parks, recreational facilities, while education enrollments and the rates for education enrollment remains low. What do you make of that particular statement?
That story lends credence to what I've just said, that they ensure that they live in a paradise, in a bad economy, a terribly bad economy that we have now. This economy that is harsh has never affected them, and they don't want it to affect them. So one of those things that makes them to feel that they are in paradise and not even in Nigeria is what Peter Obi is talking about now. Allocating a huge sum of money for National Assembly car park and all sorts of things. After they bought a 160 million naira car for each of them. So there's not much I have to say. I've already said it.
Mr. Olukule, let's quickly touch on this before we go on that break. Now, looking at Nigerian High Commission accumulating £8.4 million on paid congestion charges in London. And now this is coming from Transport for London. They are saying that there is no staff, because I could remember here when you went inside the commercial bus, you have certain uniform individuals or some people in government saying this is staff. But now London is saying there's no staff here, you have to pay. Now, relying on Vienna Convention, it has allowed some of these diplomats to go away, like their bosses, moving around the city of London and the rest, without paying some of these monies. But now the TfL, that's the Transport of London, is saying that these are charges that they must pay. Some embassies have responded, but our country has not since 2003. London is saying there is no free meal. There's no free meal ticket here. What do we do with this kind of charges at this time when the country is groaning with economic hardship?
I think it's an embarrassment. It's a national embarrassment. And the embarrassment has been taken to international level by making it happen over there. We have an ambassador there, High Commissioner there. And I don't know whether the High Commissioner made them to understand, made the supervising minister to know that the debt was accumulating before it got to the level it is now. Now, and I remember that a brother of mine who just relocated a year ago to London told me that London has nothing. He said, in fact, if that is proud to be a Nigerian, because Nigeria has so many things, UK has nothing. What UK lives on is tax. They tax people, although when they tax you, you will see the benefit of tax because everything will be in place for you to enjoy, but you must pay. So all these freebies that we have in this country, the freebies, one of those things, one of them is allocating huge money for car park of National Assembly people. So you don't have that kind of razzmatazz over there. You pay for everything. So if that is their law and we decided to have a commission there, then we must obey them. So for us to allow huge amount of money to accumulate to that level, taxes to accumulate to that huge amount, it's an embarrassment. It's an international embarrassment. Government must know how to pay, and government can pay if all these frivolities they spend their money on, if they stop all these things. We can attend to our responsibilities outside Nigeria, and we can do everything that we are supposed to do internally for our people.
All right, we'll take a commercial break right now. When we come back, we'll be opening the phone lines to take your reactions. You stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
We can protect your car, your savings.
Let's
Let's not make it boring. Let's make insurance a lifestyle. If you've ever wished your insurance offered you more, then you're in good hands with 𝐻𝐻's Insurance Group. In addition to our extensive insurance coverage, you can also enjoy free benefits such as networking opportunities, up to 10% discount on hotels, gyms, spas, and your favorite stores, tickets to exclusive events, and free resources to plan your future. So, next time someone asks you, what does your insurance company give you, sir? Your answer should be with 𝐻𝐻's Insurance Group. Definitely much more than insurance.
To enjoy all these, sign up on www.𝐻𝐻'sInsuranceGroup.com. That is 𝐻EIRS. 𝐻𝐻's Insurance Group. Simple life is here.
Láti dènà àrùn ìgbẹ́ gbuuru àti àrùn mìíràn, pàápàá nínú àwọn ọmọdé, fọ ọwọ́ rẹ pẹ̀lú ọṣẹ àtomi tó ń dà ṣooro. Ní pàtàkì jùlọ, tó o bá lo ilé ìgbọ̀nsẹ̀ tán lẹ́yìn tó bá ti ṣàǹdí fọ́mọ tán kó o tó ṣoúnjẹ ọmọ rẹ tàbí kó o tó fún un lóúnjẹ. Àti pé o, tí ọmọ rẹ bá ní àìsàn ìgbẹ́ gbuuru, fún un ní oògùn oníwóró zinc lẹ́ẹ̀kan lójúmọ́ àti ORS ní wákàtí mẹ́rin tàbí kí ẹ máa fún un díẹ̀díẹ̀ nínú ife. Èyí á jẹ́ kọ́mọ rẹ lè ní ìdápadà omi ara àtokun. Bákan náà, yọjú sílé iṣẹ́ ètò ìlera tó bá súnmọ́ ọ jùlọ láti gba ìtọ́jú fọ́mọ tó ní àìsàn ìgbẹ́ gbuuru. Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkànṣe INT'L, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Golden Chance Lotto. Shey you dey gbadun games? Shey you dey play Lotto? Shey you go like to play Lotto without stressing? You no go go kiosk. You fit no even play online. Make you no worry for data. Golden Chance Lotto dey here for you. Make you dial *7005# with your MTN line for any phone to play and win big. You fit even check games results and you go collect wetin you win with the USSD. Play any of Golden Chance Lotto indoor games and international games. No forget, our indoor games dey easy to win. Golden Chance Lotto don give you a better way to become a millionaire. No forget, *7005#. Golden Chance Lotto, your surest way to become a millionaire.
Hey, baby, before I forget, I'll be traveling on the 25th of this month. I have an emergency conference. Please help me arrange.
Come in.
Daddy, Mommy, as the firstborn of this family, I would like to call a quick meeting.
We are all ears, my baby girl. What do you want?
Children's Day is approaching.
Yes.
And you know that every year we attend 32 FM Smart Kids and Parents Hangout at Palm Mall, Ibadan. This year, this event will be even more interesting because I get to showcase my musical talent to the world.
Tommy, so where are you going with all this?
I overheard that saying he was traveling on the 25th of May.
My sweet baby, I wouldn't want to miss hanging out with you and your brother and mommy for anything in the world. We shall all be there.
Aww, I love you both.
Smart kids, smart mommies, and daddies. Saturday, the 25th of May, will be a day to remember as the Smart Kids and Parents Hangout will be happening live at Palms Mall, Ring Road, Ibadan. Get ready for a really amazing time, and this year is filled with games, goodies, and lots of fun. We shall also be spotlighting our super talented kids. If you can sing, dance, paint, or draw, contact Auntie Sumbo on 0704-017491 for more details. For tickets, sponsorship, and inquiries, contact Auntie Sumbo on 0704-0174981 or OI on 0813-125-1915. You can also visit 32 FM at the 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dugbe, Ibadan. Ticket is 3,000 naira only. The Smart Kids and Parents Hangout 6.0 promises to be fun. See you there.
Àbẹ́ ò rí nǹkan, ẹ̀bùn pàtàkì látọ̀dọ̀ Ọlọ́run lọmọ jẹ́ fáwọn òbí, tómi ọyàn sì jẹ́ ẹ̀bùn Ọlọ́run fáwọn ọmọ. Ó ní gbogbo èròjà aṣaralóore pẹ̀lú omi tọ́mọ rẹ nílò. Fún oṣù mẹ́fà àkọ́kọ́, máa fọ́mọ rẹ ní ọyàn nìkan. Rántí o, omi ọyàn nìkan fún oṣù mẹ́fà àkọ́kọ́. Ìkéde yìí wá láti àkànṣe INT'L, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń mójútó ètò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́.
Kò bá jẹ́ 24, 29 tàbí 32 ṣáà ti fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú wa lórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ kàn tẹ 32 FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
All right, you're welcome back. You're still on to Break It On People's Review here on 32 FM 94.9. It's just about time to open the phone lines and also take your comments on our socials. The numbers are 070-550-949 or 080-979-949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Adeshi. I'm another from UI.
All right.
So sad. If you look at I firstly joined a particular session before this one. The two analysts were discussing the same thing. Telling us that we are too careless, that this particular nation has been captured by wrong people. How do you imagine 6 billion naira for National Assembly car park? How do you imagine 90 billion naira for Hajj? And just about 50 billion naira for student loan? What do we take? Talking upon us. We do not think and gather ourselves together as a youth in this country. Tony Buhari and Tinubu are present at this century. This needs sort of and he's not even looking at see people are to get it. Just like your analyst said on this country, that this man, just like that is weak. This man understands politics. All these pressure that you are talking about now, you gather them and stop. It's you that can make it up. Let's just get to this and get the work of this thing. Die it on the same go for God's sake. Otherwise, this country will just crash. That's what you do, my brother.
All right, thank you very much. 0705 500949 0809 700949. Let's have your thoughts. Let's have your reaction to the major stories out of the papers this morning. We're live on Facebook as well. That's 32FM 949 Ibadan on Facebook. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Yeah.
My name is 𝐃𝐈𝐒 from Malaka Shebolu.
All right.
I just want to commend on the student trying to CJ that Nigeria will suffer if our judicial officer is not well remunerated. I want to agree with that assertion. Because to have effective and incorrective judges, our judicial officer must be well paid. He said that was in the past 17 years that their salary and allowance have been refused last. So as I agree with the man. On the issue of a Senate leader who said that the financial solution to this internal security in Nigeria is to have a state police. The state police we have under the federal government cannot secure us all. Better we have a state police. Have a nice working day.
All right, thank you so much for that. We're still live on Facebook, 32FM 949 Ibadan, of course, on the Fenya platform. We'll take some comments here on Facebook. Balkis Onodiran says, away from partisan politics, state police will solve a lot of internal security issues, though I'm afraid it might be abused by some governors. However, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, and all, let's advocate state police and not governors' errand boys.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kenny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Borabo.
Good morning.
Good morning, the resource person.
Good morning, sir.
Ways and means. What's happening with the law? Governing ways and means. The last government, led by President Buhari, will spend our money without authority from the National Assembly, and it will go back after that. We'll now raise ways and means for National Assembly to correct the error. I think that has to stop. That has to stop. There is a law governing ways and means. There is a limit of ways and means. That's all I'm going to. Where I'm going to, Mr. Olakunle, you are very correct by saying this government isn't talking to us. I conclude that those, with all humility, that those who block Lagos or Jota Park and have been causing unrest are now in government. And the saying goes, you don't talk while eating. And finally, any state that hasn't paid the 18,000 and 30,000 minimum wage should be sanctioned by labor through an expanded protest. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. 0705 500949 0809 700949. Mr. Femi, looking quickly, somebody talked about the comments from the CJN, and there's also a story about the upward review of the salaries, 300% increase for judges.
Yes, I agree with the Attorney General of the Federation that their salaries must be increased. And it even marvels me why they should be stagnated for about 16 years. That is another arm of government, because we have 3 arms of government. And that's another arm of government being starved of money. And executive is enjoying larger than life picture they have there. The legislators are also enjoying. Why must the third arm of government be stagnated? So I agree with the Attorney General. But the fact of the matter is that while they are advocating for the increase of salaries of judges, the teachers of judges in university are languishing in poverty. So teachers who taught the judges law, how to interpret law, are there in universities languishing in abject poverty. So they must think about taking care of universities, because that is the bedroom of knowledge.
All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm greeted that someone looking in that place. Mr. Kenny as well as Mrs. Bola. 𝐿 is my name. They said the committee of Bola Ahmed Tinubu are working for the commemoration of 1 year in office. Of which is going to 1 year. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu got since day one, subsidy is gone. And to date, Dangote refinery is working on paper. Our own personal refinery is on paper, not yet implemented as we are talking about. What are we saying this morning? Who is rescuing Nigeria from petrol? Who is caring for their dying? Nigeria are dying. Nigeria are crying on a daily basis. Nigeria some hunger land since 2015. Where are the Yoruba agitator? Where is Baba Baja Sintoye? Where are the Obas shouting our local shout on money? Where are they? 2027 is ahead. If they don't talk now, we are waiting against 2027. 𝐿 is my name. Good morning, sir.
Thank you so much. And those are rhetorical questions. Do you want to react to some of
The
them?
answers are flying in the air.
Okay.
Because Nigerians, I remember what my friend used to call see finish. Those politicians know us. They know our chemistry. They know the way we behave. And that's why they punish us the way they are punishing us. Because they know we will keep quiet.
All right, let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
John is on Joko is my name. Thank you, Ed. You're looking there.
Morning, sir.
You see, silence in the face of evil and not to speak is to speak. And when people become silent, the government become oppressive. This government is deficient on information. The supposed clueless and visionless government under Dr. 𝐵𝐵 Jonathan was engaged in Nigeria on what they called quarterly media tasks, including OBJ himself during this time. But the so-called director has come and abandoned it. It started during the time of General General Buhari. And when you don't give the information, I think it is wrong on the part of the government. Let me commend the Nigerians for those people who are equally interested in what is happening and who are the bold and courage to speak up their mind. Because when you keep silence, the government becomes oppressive.
We have to go now. Just a quick one. Talking about the Smart Kids and Parents Hangout Season 6. A quick reminder to parents that's this Friday. It's going to be happening at the Palms Mall Ring Road. And of course, it's on Saturday. Okay, I beg your pardon, Saturday. And it's going to be an amazing time for the kids. Parents, you want to bring your kids over to that occasion. It's 3,000 naira only, and you can come pick up your tickets at 32 FM's office. That's 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dube, Ibadan. Thank you for joining us on the Papers Review this morning. My name is Kenny Dortilu.
And I'm GBOLABO Famous School. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.